Yeah, I'm gonna wear dirty everything.
Oh,
right
here.
now.
A little tribute to Hercules. Right. Oh, we don't want to cover up the turkey.
Kevin Sorbo?
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true, Bullet.
Yeah.
A lot going on, Bullet. A lot going on, buddy.
This is right.
We survived. We survived a week.
That is correct.
Bullet, and we're still together.
Yeah.
Bullet.
We haven't broken up yet.
We haven't broken up yet. Nobody's went out on.
I haven't got myself booked at WrestleCade and then left you off, even though we were the reason to book before.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right.
Which, if we weren't booked for WrestleCade, it would definitely be my fault. To let you know.
Oh, listen, if I knew I would forget a lot if I knew we made more money together than we did separate.
Yeah, yeah, but luckily we have really good memories. We know we haven't made any money together, so.
I know. That's a good point, Bullet. We ain't made a dime together, and we're still together. What happens when you make money together and you break up?
Yeah, not making any money together seems like a far better reason to fight with somebody.
I know. If they are Creed, we travel with Creed the band, not the movie coming out, but Creed the band. We stay together all these years. We play honky tonks. We play garages. We starve. We eat pork and beans in a van, and we stay together, Bullet, me and you. And then we finally hit it big. Shawn Michaels comes out to our music at like WrestleMania when he gets his smile back, and we break up.
Yeah, and then we just get drunk on stage.
Get drunk on stage.
And only
post videos of you.
Yeah, and only give the fans 40 minutes of a show. It's so bad that they actually legally can sue you, for a refund for not getting a show.
I mean, seriously, we're joking, but I don't understand that happens.
Yeah.
I don't.
Being mad because you didn't make any money is a far better reason to be mad.
It sure
at somebody.
is. We can understand the drunken tirades and the threaten to blow up places when you're starving.
Yeah.
But when you got millions of dollars and that happens, there's no excuse for it.
There isn't.
Major topic. There's Dr. Phil stuff here, Jack.
Fortunately, right now, all the problems in my life can be fixed by some money. And I know roughly about the dollar amount that's going to take.
It's like this old preacher I love to death down in South Carolina. He always says, and he kind of jokingly from the pulpit, he always says, in his prayer, he always says, Lord, says, I really, really believe that winning the lottery will not change me. But can we at least give it a try?
Can we at least entertain the thought?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Can we at least see if I can prove it? But anyway, a lot going on.
Well, let's at least see if we can start the show. Okay?
People think they're rewinding, Bullet.
Yeah.
Now we're just gonna say they're welcome and then leave.
Yeah. No, we always gotta get welcome.
Oh, got a lot. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work,
Yes.
You Wrestle. You hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your
Bullet,
weekend?
we had, and I say we because me and you have been together. It's a wonder. There is not a line. You may not remember the old Happy Days TV show, but two of the good friends on there was Ralph the Mouth and Potsy. They were best friends, and they tried to room together one time and share a room, which didn't work. And what they did, they got so mad at each other, they painted a line right down the wall and the ceiling, okay, to separate Potsy and Ralph the Mouth. But that will not happen with us here on Dad.
Was that before or after Mork showed up?
That was after. Mork come in. No, I'm sorry, it was before. Because when Mork came in, he set the whole world on fire. Okay, got his own show.
Because he showed
biggest
up,
big baby
hang
face.
With Fonzie.
Oh yes.
And then Fonzie jumped the shark.
Yes, and very Dusty Rhodes just booking there when Ork came in and was getting over a little bit. Next thing you know, he's gone. Fonzie, I don't know, it may not have been Fonzie, but you don't outdraw the Fonz. That's all I know. But anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. So glad to be here with you. I know Thanksgiving is a few days away, but I do have my Christmas edition outfit on with my colored Christmas. I guess we can say Christmas, can't get sued. But anyway, we're just glad to be here. What an amazing weekend we had, Bullet. Thank you so much for the hard work. Of course, we're talking big time wrestling. Returned Friday to the Norfolk Scope. Got spoiled a little bit when we could pull right under, set the ring up. Thank the Bavaro Bros for helping. Just a great time, Bullet.
Both of them, even the one that didn't go.
Yeah, even the one that didn't go there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Houston. Clint, you did all right.
One of them, thank the one. I always tell them we get the one that can work and the other one can't. But anyway, they both work. Great guys. I
think that's what he says. I think that's what Clint says.
The one's very miscarriageous. I love them both. But anyway, thank y'all for your help. Great show Friday night there at Big Time Wrestling, of course, Bullet. I wished we could have had a camera. Maybe we got a few of it on video, but just that night when we got to lay back a little bit, we went to a little old roadhouse diner, Bullet. I'll always have memories of karaokeing somebody yelling across the room with only 4 people in there. 3 of them was, we were the crowd, but they were having time of their life. I want that piece that those drunks had in that Roadhouse thing. No, not a care in the world, Bullet.
Oh, they didn't care about nobody.
Nothing.
And especially the customers. Waitresses didn't care about the customers. Not a care in the world. Anybody working there, not a care in the world. Especially the paying customers.
I appreciate you preparing my food in the kitchen because there wasn't nobody else around.
The cook wasn't caring. Nobody was caring.
Because everybody's doing karaoke.
Nobody cared whatsoever.
Staring down. What was that one song there? All they kept repeating.
Barrel of a 45,
staring down the barrel of a 45 has raced through my mind since we left. But anyway, we survived the Roadhouse. Of course, then Bullet, then a very, very special night, the next night, Saturday, there in Virginia again, huge high school, place sold out, 1,400 people, Nature Boy, Rick Steamboat, us, and of course we split up. Sonny and Cher split up. Y'all had a tremendous event in
Omega.
Yes, Omega.
Just standing room only again in Smithfield, North Carolina. We ran out of chairs. It was a star-studded event. Matt Hardy won the Omega Heavyweight Championship. Big event. Jeff was there, got involved.
Oh yeah, I love that.
The place went crazy for it. So we just good all the way around. Got to wrestle Cedric, and he did not hurt me.
Oh,
he did not hurt me. Which I feel now I feel bad because I was stiffing him the whole beginning of the match because I knew the pain was coming later.
I better get it in now.
I knew the comeback, I was going to get hurt, but I didn't. So now I feel bad for hitting as hard as I did through the beginning of that match.
So he owes you a few taters there, Bob. But no, I totally agree. Better get it in while you can.
We might have evened up now. We might be even.
Oh yeah, he had credit built up.
Oh, he had plenty of credit.
From credit built up.
He had plenty of credit, but he, regardless, took care of me, so we got through it.
But just a great weekend. We're so glad. Well, you know, and I am bragging because the one guy said I brag too much, but just my book did so good, Bullet. And I just thank everybody that came up. I've heard a few things over the last few days about people that just, and I don't know if this is good or bad. One guy said, well, that book wasn't nothing like what I expected it to be. So I don't know.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's, exactly.
I've done stand-up before. People are like, man, I didn't expect that from you at all. I don't know if that's ever a good thing because I didn't hear anybody laugh. So I'm guessing you expected, I'm a comedian, you expected me to make you laugh, but then that's not what you expected.
Exactly.
And I did
something So when I did, you were caught off guard.
Or you didn't laugh at all. Like, I didn't expect you not to make me laugh. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I can see how that worked. They expected my book to be real good, and it wasn't. So they kind of let me know.
I didn't know if I would expect it.
Bullet, this week, of course, we're going to be shutting down here a little bit right for training. We got a lot going on this week. Bullet, of course, Thanksgiving. I'll always remember everybody had their favorite Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. My favorite Thanksgiving, of course, was 1 year early. Thanksgiving's here in the Charlotte territory. Me and you got to spend it in a taco bar, I think it was, watching
Mexican restaurant,
watching the Cowboys. That'll always be one of my favorites, Bullet. A lot going on.
What a lot of people don't know, and everybody knows that you're quite the frugal person. You were so desperate to find a place that was open on Thanksgiving. You were about ready to give up. You were this close to buying a hotel room.
Yes.
Like a Motel 6, just so you could watch the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Bullet.
You were this close to spending money in upwards of, $30 to $40, maybe even $60, $70.
Maybe. Yeah, very true, Bullet. I was desperate.
You were that desperate.
So see, Cowboys, I have poured out my blood to you. Everybody wants to know. I don't know how to comment. Cowboys won this past week. Will you be wearing a Rey Mysterio mask? Never, ever again. Bullet. I'm not one that believes in like skunks across the road and a black cat. And you better do this. But let me tell you something. I put the mask on after the win. They didn't win. Romo took a bump, stayed down. No more. No more juju here. Okay? We're burning incense. No more sacrificing cows, helmets, or nothing here on the set. Okay, Bullet?
Easy, Abraham. All right?
That's why Abraham and his brother Isaac. That's very Rick and Robertish. Okay, one of them's going to sacrifice the other. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, they had bandanas on their legs back then too. But anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. Wrestle is only a few days away, Bullet. I will report to duty on Friday morning. A huge showcase of champions. There's so much going on that weekend in this area, Bullet. Of course, big time wrestling in Morganton Saturday night, and then of course everything kind of just comes to a big halt Sunday night after the big Queens of Combat, right? And PWX, right?
And PWX will be after that, yes.
Right at Ziggy's. Get that right? Right down.
Ziggy's.
right down the road.
Salem, yes.
So yes, Ziggy's is still open, folks. So
for now, I haven't closed it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to do one more. Maybe I can do a comedy show there to ensure that the doors close.
Well, and on a side note, you did play, and I know you told me this. I didn't want to remind you. You played somewhere in Winston-Salem, stand up, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, the Laughing Gas.
Yes,
Right next to Johnny and June's.
That's exactly right. Because
a building that I've never been booked in before.
Hey, I had a lot of fans, Bullet, text me after it was over, of course, and say, "Man, I didn't know," because I think we had talked about it on the show.
Yeah, we talked about the Laughing Gas.
Yes, and they said, "Man, I'd have went and saw Bullet if I'd known." Of course, everybody says that, Bullet, after it's over. But anyway, a lot going on, Bullet. We're going to be busy, busy, busy. Are you going to be able to fit any stand-up stuff?
Well, I'm glad we're doing this now because I'm gonna wrap a few things up after this, and then I'm gonna run back home. I gotta get cleaned up. I'm gonna go do an open mic at the Comedy Zone, do another open mic. So I'm gonna do 2 open mics tonight. I did an open mic last night. I actually did an entire brand new 5 minutes, and it was all about Ric Flair. I don't know why he's been stuck in my brain, but I got a lot of stuff out. I'm hashing it out, and I'm going to make those jokes good.
Oh, I love that, Bullet.
And luckily, you don't have to be a wrestling fan or necessarily know too much about him to get the material and what's going on that level of human being, as we'll say.
Oh, I love that, Bullet. Very good.
But doing that, so I got a lot of things that work out, a lot of bits I'm working out, but I'm going to do some stuff at the Comedy Zone that needs a little bit of work, a little tighten, work on that, and then probably maybe just go to a show Wednesday, maybe an open mic. I don't know. Yeah.
Still writing all the time, right?
Still writing all the time. I wrote a bunch of stuff this weekend, and I just got to get it out of my brain and see if other people agree with it. As I told my girlfriend this morning, no, I don't talk to anybody. She woke up this morning, and I wanted to talk about politics and what we should do about Syria.
Yeah.
And I'm quoting like former CIA directors, and she's like, "Babe, it is 9:30 in the morning. I haven't even got coffee yet. Can we not talk about this now?" I'm like, "Listen, if I don't talk to you now, I won't talk to anybody else until I don't know when." Because
that's right.
I don't talk to anybody here. I don't talk to anybody anywhere else because I'm new.
Yeah.
I have nobody to talk to about deep philosophical issues except for my girlfriend at 9:30 in the morning before she gets her coffee. So I'm very sorry, but you have to listen because I have a lot of opinions about what we should be doing about this country, and I'm very afraid about what's going to happen.
And on a side note, when me and you are in that ring truck together at 4 in the morning, you can't solve the world's problems because you're solving Mr. Number One's problems.
I'm solving I'm solving
4 a.m. in the morning when I'm miserable.
I'm telling you what a girl's text message means. That's the problem I'm solving. I'm also trying to shorten the gap between Charlotte and where we are. I'm trying to shorten that gap. It'll be a little closer.
But listen, that is father-son time that I will always remember. Okay, Bullet, really, and I love that. Like you're getting your feet wet out there in the comedian zone. Then by your help, I'm getting my feet wet out there in the courtship zone. Okay,
well, like I said, I'm trying to give you a little more help than what I got because all I was told was just find the first woman, marry her, impregnate her, and produce grandchildren. That's all I was told.
What a great run-in, Bullet. Thank you for that. I do want to, and if nobody's heard, they will because I'm gonna broadcast all over the country. I would like to congratulate my son, George Jr., with the news this week that I will be a grandpa again, Bullet. I am so excited about this. He very Dick Slater-ish. He was almost hesitant to let Dad know. Of course, when my kids call and say, "Dad, are you home?" my first thing is, "What's wrong?" And I got to get out of that mode. What's wrong? But he said, "Nothing. Just want to know if you ever considered having more grandbabies." So anyway, I'm excited as I can be. With that being said, Bullet, we're going to just snagnate right into the Idiot of the Week.
Absolutely.
No, before y'all people get all excited, I'm not throwing my son in the idiot bag for having another child, but what I will do, Bullet, and I know people mean well, but Bullet, and I hope you'll side with me on this, Bullet, okay? Because I'm very excited, even though it's negotiable. Even though
it's on the table,
this really upsets me. Even though, and I know I'm making a big deal out of it, but I will throw them in an idiot bag. But here's the thing: it's not a contest. When I announce that I'm very happy to be having another grandbaby, you would not believe, boy, I bet I had 22 texts of people that wrote me. Yes, they said congratulations, but this is what really ticks me off, is their next point is, well, you still don't have 5 like me. Or one lady even said, well, I got 8. What you going to do about that? Now, Bullet, I cannot even explain to you. I just want to gloat in my grandbaby glory, okay? It's almost like me winning my first Lombardi trophy, so excited, but you're Terry Bradshaw, and you present it to me, and you say, well, congratulations, but...
I'm handing you the trophy with my 4 Super Bowl
yes.
rings.
Oh, I love that.
In the hand that's holding it.
That's right. And wasn't it the Joe Montana commercial with the guys where they asked him something about, did you enjoy playing? And he put his hand on his face and said, and had 5 Super Bowl rings, and said, yeah, I enjoyed playing a little bit. Bullet. So thank you for summing that up, Bullet. That's what I'm talking about. I don't need to hear that. So I deleted every one of them.
I hate that too. It's like I've done something happen.
It's like they're trying to one better you.
They either one better you or they try to knock you down.
Yes, exactly.
When somebody says something and makes a proclamation, I have this going on. I graduated. I do this. You said, good job. That's all we got to do as human beings is an encouragement.
Thank you.
Because sometimes when we put stuff out in the world, we just want to be acknowledged. We just want to be seen. We want to be known.
Amen.
We don't want to be told that we're less than. That's not what we said that. And then when that happens, it just causes us to turn more inward. Thus, we now are a bunch of people that sit in front of our phones and don't say anything.
That's right.
And don't interact with us.
That's exactly
because we are
right.
now afraid that somebody's going to come at us and give us a hard time.
That's
as if life wasn't already hard
That's
enough
exactly
as it
right.
is.
I am so. Thank you for that input, Bullet, because I even wrote one lady back and said, lady, this ain't a contest. We're not trying to see who, but it got crazy. And it's people that may, I don't know, just congratulations is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do here real quick, we got another one, but I'm going to throw in all these people that heard my good news, but tried to overcome my good news with their good news, Bullet, on my Facebook page. Okay, you can post what you want on yours, but don't post. One lady even said, well, I've got 12. Duh, like that means anything to me.
And then your comment sections have just been hijacked and then turns into,
oh my gosh,
who's got more than that person and that
Bullet.
person. I've had that happen.
My only comment on there from me was the introduction of having a grandbaby.
And then somebody said, well, I got 5, well, I got 8, I got 12.
Yes.
And then it's about that.
It's 4 pages of them, not even me. So, thank you so much for that input, Bullet. I will throw them in the bag. Then, one other gentleman, which I just get a kick out of this. Of course, everybody knows WrestleCade's coming up. And they posted the pictures of everybody that's going to be there, Bullet. Okay, and everyone knows that our buddy Tony Hunter is bringing in Road Warrior Animal. And Animal does, and what I want you fans to understand before I throw this guy in there, Animal is not required to bring those shoulder pads, okay? They're not. So he actually, and I'm going into a little history here, he actually don't ever bring the gold SummerSlam pads. And he's just doing something special for this weekend. So Bullet, he don't have anybody to bring. He looked them up. He found them. He's bringing them instead of the ones he usually brings. So there's a nice, beautiful picture posted of that. Tony Hunter writes up a little write-up about these are the shoulder pads that the Road Warriors wore in 1990. I swear to you, Bullet, some guy got on there and said, hold on here a minute. Said the Road Warriors did not wear these in 99. I may get the date wrong, but they can still see it up there. And he said they did not wear these in 99. The Road Warriors did not come back till 1990, so they didn't wear the gold pads. Holy cow, Bullet. So that guy, what?
Well, 100% they wore them at the SummerSlam one, the way they wore it out with Harleys. I think those are the gold ones. I might be mistaken.
I'm thinking...
the internet will correct me much like they did. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Bullet, I'm thinking, oh my, please invite Elvis to the concert, but you're worried about what robe he's going to wear. Please. So this gentleman will go in there just because... I guess why I'm throwing him in there because first of all, it only make just be glad Animal's bringing him is what I'm saying.
Would you like Animal just wear his tracksuit he always wears? Would you like him to just bring some shoulder pads with some spikes on, even if they're like made by his grandbabies?
That's exactly right.
Like at least he's wearing shoulder pads.
Remember,
you want Adidas sweatsuit Animal? Do you want maybe Animal giving a shot at putting shoulder pads with spikes on them?
Amen. Because remember, we used to sell them. Would you prefer Animal bring those styrofoam ones that we used to sell?
Yeah. Would you rather have that? We can do that. We can facilitate that for you.
It is very easy to do, people. Oh, what is wrong? I would just be glad. Chances are this guy probably ain't even coming anyway. And he's got a comment. But I'm just thinking, what is wrong with people? Does it really matter what year? Does it matter what? You know what I'm saying? I would just be glad personally, and I know you would too, if I had a chance to meet Animal, and he cared enough to bring these shoulder pads. Especially in this day and time of traveling through the airports when security is so crazy.
He has to check that bag, or else he's gonna end up on TSA's Instagram of like, look who tried to get this on a carry-on bag, and this is what we confiscated. Which, by the way, if you're not following the TSA on Instagram, you are missing out on one heck of a good Instagram account.
Them spikes are like this,
yes.
Okay? And he takes the trouble to go through security, okay? I can't bring toothpaste or cologne, but you can bring these, but he does it for you fans. So, as we get ready to get off here, folks, just, oh my gosh, just enjoy the moment, Bullet. Would you please? What the heck's wrong with people? So, a lot going on, Bullet.
Said by people that hate everything.
Oh, exactly.
People that have a problem with enjoyment. People who don't feel comfortable in enjoyment and actually got a problem with them because we feel like that's the second we turn our back on the blade that's about to fall.
Society, if us two have to encourage you to enjoy life, you're pretty miserable.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Pretty much.
But what we do not have to encourage you, because I'm sure that you already know, to
enjoy the second greatest
yes,
book of all time,
about
which is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what me and George are doing this weekend, especially since we're riding side by side, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Manscout Manning and on Instagram at Manscout Manning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Thank you, Bullet. Great show. Buddy. Whew. Oh, man. Well, I work up a sweat on that one, buddy.
I partly stole that quote from Henry Rollins. I heard a podcast with him today, and I felt like he hit that nail on the head. They said, what do you have the most problem with? He goes, enjoyment. I said, yeah, I'm on board with that thought.
I meant to give a shout out to our buddy Colt. He's, what does read, boy? His podcast is, man, it's in Canada and everywhere now, ain't it?
Yep.
Good for him, man. But we'll see him in a few days. I'll tell him I can tell him.